Seattle. It's a place known for its sustainability, its green thinking. But it's not always been that way, not even close. Indeed, the Space Needle, that iconic part of the city's skyline, used to have a giant flame coming out of the top of it.
So the Space Needle, it was built in 1962 for the World's Fair, and at the time it was the largest structure west of the Mississippi River. Now, I have no idea where the Mississippi River is. Honestly, I've got no idea where Mississippi is, so here's a picture from Google Maps. And that is the Mississippi River, and it was the biggest thing west of there. So quite a feat for the day. In fact, at the top of this thing, and today it still exists, there's a restaurant up there which rotates. You know, that's cool, but what is more impressive is that whole restaurant at the time in the 1960s would rotate on just a 1.1 horsepower engine. For anyone who doesn't know, that's a really, really tiny engine. And the reason it could rotate is because that saucer is just balanced perfectly on a pin. And then when that is the case, you just need a tiny motor to make it spin around slowly. But you know, this was the 1960s. They loved wasting energy back in the 1960s. So this is what they did.
I'm just going to stand here in front of the view, but if you can see around me, you'll be able to see Elliott Bay and the Olympic Mountains. Once you get up there, you'll be able to see lots of stuff.
So I am now at the top of the Space Needle overlooking Seattle. I hope that's not too washed out, only so much you can do with cameras. But above me now, when this thing first started, there was a 40 to 50 foot flame that was made out of natural gas. And this thing, it could heat 125 homes, the power of the natural gas of this thing on the top. Unfortunately, when the World's Fair was over, what this thing was first built for, they got rid of the giant flame. I guess that's more environmentally friendly. So as you can see right now, probably this thing undergoing quite a bit of construction. Whenever they do construction on the Space Needle, they try to keep things as true to the original vision as possible. They've got this glass out here so you can see it, but it looks like the original one, just less metal in the way, so you get a really nice view. They also added a new staircase in 2000, which was never actually built when they made the original Space Needle, but it was in the original plans. So they added that in 2000, true to the original look of it. And while they don't have the flame on top anymore, they do have a giant laser which they fire up into the sky during special occasions. I think the plan was originally to have it on a lot more, but basically it was really, really bright and people didn't like that. So the Space Needle might not dominate the skyline of Seattle today, but at the time it was super futuristic. Indeed, the structure itself even inspired the living quarters of the Jetsons. And while it might not be the most modern skyscraper today, maybe it serves as a reminder that we should be thinking towards the future, although maybe not towards natural gas. So I really hope you liked that video. If you did, please do hit that like button below. It doesn't really help, but it makes us feel good. Also, you can subscribe. If you subscribe, you might see notifications from this channel. You might not, but hit that bell button if you do want to see videos that we're making in the future. And as always, thanks to the Patreons for making these sorts of videos possible. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.